or are we talking about a spiritual man? Now let's go back to Zion and the daughter of Zion. And what I propose to do is to show and prove that both are capable of giving birth to children. And Isaiah 66, verse 7 through 10, and I'm not going to read the whole thing for you, but I want you to have it. I'm just going to go quickly to that point where you can see that she is capable of giving birth to children. 66, chapter of Isaiah, verses 7 through 10. Verse 7, before she travailed, she brought forth. We don't know who the she is yet. We're going to get to that. Before her pains came, she delivered a man child. Verse 8, who has heard such a thing? Who has seen such a thing? Shall the earth be made to bring forth in one day? Or shall a nation be born at once? That ought to give you a clue what we're talking about. For as soon as Zion travailed, she brought forth her children. So we know that Zion is going to do what? Travail, not traveling now. Travail, pain to be delivered. So we know that Zion travailed and delivered. Now what about the daughter of Zion? What did she do? Since we are looking to see whether or not they are one and the same person, we have concluded thus far that they are. We want to know whether she's going to also give birth or whether she's capable of giving birth. Thus, we look at Isaiah 37:22. Now, we were looking at Zion there. We're looking at the daughter of Zion here. Chapter 37, verse 22 reads, this is the word which the Lord has spoken concerning him. The virgin, comma, the daughter of Zion. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So now we know that the daughter of Zion is a virgin, and we know that Zion travailed and brought forth some children. So they both are capable of what? Bearing children. And we've already established what? That they both are John. So John is going to give birth to some children. And now John is a man, and do a man give birth to children? We've established what? In the Bible, the man did give birth to children in Jeremiah 30:6.
Yes, sir.
Now what children we were talking spiritually? Now don't get confused. See, now this is not a doctor's book. This is not the undertaker's book. This is a spiritual man's book. I know you weren't supposed to understand it until today. I know that. But do you understand it now? Now let's take a look and see whether or not this daughter cries. That's what we're looking for. John cried in the wilderness at Jeremiah 6. They can't stay with me all night. Now let me stop for a moment and tell you something I used to do. I used to keep him up just purposefully all night long. I feel him blinking his eyes, and then I'd drift off on another side. Just force him to stay up. I said, if he didn't stay up, he wasn't going to get the good. The one that stayed with me the longest got the good. Yeah, I got it.
Yes, sir.
I brought it to you now. You can stay and get it if you want to. I want you to stay too. Yes, I want to give it to you. What I'm looking for. Jeremiah 6 and 23, 26. They shall lay hold on bow and spear. They are cruel and have no mercy. Their voice roareth like steam, and they ride upon horses, set in array as men for war, talking about war, against thee, O daughter of Zion. We have heard the fame thereof. Our hands waxed feeble. Anguish hath taken hold of us, and pain as of a woman in travail. O daughter, verse 26, of my people, gird thee with sackcloth, and wallow thyself in ashes. Make thee mourning, yeah, what is mourning if it's not crying? Yeah. As for an only son, most bitter lamentation. What is that? Crying. For the spoils shall suddenly come upon us. So the daughter of Zion is crying. That's all I'm trying to show you. Who is John? The voice that do what? Cry in the wilderness, in travail, in pain to be delivered of what? Her child, her children. Saying what? Make straight the highway in the desert, for after me comes God. That's what we're saying. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad and our Savior, Master Barack, they must have had a great time together. Sitting down, talking this over, talking about my and your birth, planning for it, trying to escape the dragon. You know who that is.
Yes, sir.
Trying to escape old Satan. We write the Revelation now. So he had to wiggle to get through that American society and deliver this child. Because that dragon sat there waiting on that woman, waiting to devour the child as soon as the child was born. So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad had to get around, get away from that dragon. At Jeremiah, just for your note, at Jeremiah 6 and 2, just to give you a little extra, verse 2, I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman. Are we together? Is it coming clear? It's going to get even clearer. I planned this for you and for the Jewish community. I mean, I took my time. I didn't want to make a mistake. I didn't want to fudge or exaggerate. I wanted to be as perfect and the truth as I could be. I wanted you to leave here without doubt that John the Baptist and Mary are one and the same person. You'll get it to you in just a bit. You're just about there. Now, we have established that John the Baptist was the voice crying in the wilderness. We have established that voice crying in the wilderness is sometimes referred to as Zion,